WLTX breaking news now.
Thanks so much for joining us here on WLTX Plus. Right now at 11:40, we are following some breaking news in Colombia where a bomb squad has been called after construction crews found an old ammo box with C4, also known as composition 4 material inside. Now, it is a military-grade plastic explosive that's moldable and highly powerful, but typically it requires a detonator to actually go off. Now, this is happening near the I-77 and Fort Jackson Boulevard exit, right behind the QT gas station. Right now, we have a crew out on scene. Kiki Gushu is live. And Kiki, what can you tell us?
Absolutely, Xavier. I arrived around 40 minutes ago, and since then I have seen a lot of ordnance disposal crews. They've been loading up and going up this hill. I want to give you a better look. Up here, they're building about 208 homes, and that's where crews found an old ammo box. They called CPD right away, and crews came out to get that box and make sure it's okay. Again, as you said, they found that presence of C4. That's a pretty commonly used in ammunition, so that wasn't raised for alarm. And crews out here, everything's kind of been operating as normal. We interviewed a lady working inside the QT, and she said it's business as normal. They really haven't been told too much. So there doesn't seem to be an outstanding danger to the community here today. But we are on scene here and are going to be bringing you updates as they come. Xavier?
Oh, before you go, I want to know, how is traffic impacted in that area right now?
Xavier, traffic is business as usual. I'm going to have our cameraman Zeke turn it around so that we can see over here on Fort Jackson Boulevard. Cars are going just like normal. The QT is just as busy as normal. People have been kind of stopping to ask what's going on. Everyone just happy that the folks at the construction site are safe. And they are all okay, which is the most important thing here today. But yeah, traffic is flowing like normal, so no worries. If you're headed to get on 77 off Fort Jackson Boulevard, you are safe to go ahead and do so. Live here at the QT, Kiki Gushu, News 19, WLTX. Xavier?
All right, Kiki, thanks so much. And one more question. Have officials at least said how long they expect to be out there, or, how long this whole situation could take?
Xavier, they have not given us an official time yet. You can see over here some crews are heading out, so it looks like things could be wrapping up soon. They have the big bomb explosive ordnance truck here, so we don't have an exact time, but that's something we can bring you around the 12 o'clock hour and give you an update there on how long they might be working out here. Xavier?
Yeah, Kiki, so I know you said you spoke with some of the folks in the gas station. Did they seem frightened at all or concerned about this, item being so close to where they are right now?
She did seem a little concerned. We talked to Kennedy. She was, a little apprehensive about it, but she said, we actually went in and told her what was going on, and she felt a lot more calm. She said nothing like this has ever happened since about the 3 months they've been working on this site. She said it's not common, and this is the first time they've ever had this amount of law enforcement presence here at the QT. Xavier?
Absolutely. And Kiki, are there any homes in this area, like any residents around the area? I know it's by a gas station, but are there any homes that folks maybe need to evacuate right now?
Xavier, no one is being asked to evacuate. There are homes, there's condominiums along Fort Jackson Boulevard, but no one has been asked to evacuate. Again, people are kind of operating business as usual. We've seen a lot of people pull in and kind of be questioning what's going on, but again, it's kind of business as usual, despite all the crews on scene here.
Kiki, we know you spoke with some folks out there. We're going to go ahead and take a listen to that interview that you did just a few moments ago. We know you've been out there for about 30 to 40 minutes, so we're going to take a listen at what
This is the first time something big has ever happened, and it's new to me, too, so.
Now, Kiki, do we know what are the next steps right now? Have you talked to law enforcement on the scene? Are they telling you any step-by-step of what's next or what they're going to do?
Not yet, Xavier. We have been asked to stay back right now just because of the nature of the situation. But going forward, that is something that we are working to get viewers in this upcoming hour. We're going to be talking to law enforcement, asking them those important questions about what's next, what they're finding, and what the community needs to know at this time. So stay tuned. Stay here with us on News 19 for that important information.
And Kiki, what all agencies are out there right now as far as law enforcement?
Great question, Xavier. So the main agency on scene here is CPD. We're also seeing the ordnance disposal crews, explosive ordnance disposal crews, or the bomb squad. There's a big City of Columbia bomb squad truck, which it looks like that's where they're doing kind of the investigation. There are around 3 CPD fire vehicles, and Richland County EMS actually arrived on scene just 15 to 20 minutes ago, kind of seemed like to check out, make sure everyone's doing okay, and just kind of keep the area a little bit blocked off. Xavier?
Absolutely, Kiki. And just for some folks who may just be tuning into what we're doing right now, can you kind of walk us back through where you are and what all you have found out since you've been out there at about 11 o'clock today?
Yeah, Xavier, I headed out here around 11, and I am just off Fort Jackson Boulevard at the QT right off the Route 77 exit. And here today we were called out. There was a old ammunition box found by crews here working on a subdivision. They notified Columbia Police Department, and that explosive ordnance disposal crew came out along with a lot of other law enforcement, CPD, who is just really here as backup, as well as Richland County EMS, who is also here as backup. And we see actually right behind me right now, one of the fire trucks is heading out. So they didn't have as much of an active role here today. There was no active fire. That was an old ammunition found, and they will be going and looking into what that is, whether it's a danger. And again, you can never be too cautious when it comes to these explosives. You know, a lot of people have told us, well, it's probably something, you know, an old ammunition from over at Fort Jackson, but we don't have word on that yet. That's something they're going to be investigating and looking into. Xavier?
As far as the time that law enforcement got out there, I know you got there around 11 o'clock. Around what time today did they discover this ammo?
They said it was a little before 10 a.m. and I'm trying to get over here and speak with the construction workers who found that ammunition. It was out a little bit back up here on this site. The explosive crews drove up. We saw them going up into the distance to kind of figure out the situation. So we know that they evacuated the construction site and they have the workers down here at a safe point, but we do not have further information yet on besides that it contains C4, we don't have further information on the origin of that ammunition.
And based off of what officials are telling you, does it seem like they're treating this as a credible threat?
Xavier, it does not seem like a threat. I think whenever there are explosives or old ammunition found, you have to treat it as a credible threat, and that's what they're doing. They're going through their process. But again, there's no danger that they're citing to the community, to the broader community, and they're not doing any evacuations, which is a good sign, meaning that they probably, you know, weren't super concerned that this is a danger to the community, but they will still be investigating and doing their due diligence.
All right, Kiki, thanks so much. And I'm sure you're going to, after this, you're going to go over there and speak to some more law enforcement to see what else we can find out. We really appreciate you so much for following this story, Kiki. And of course, stay with us right here on WLTX as we continue to follow this developing story. We'll be sure to bring you many more updates coming up on WLTX News 19 at noon. Thank you for joining us.